Hey everyone, welcome to the Stoic Spirit, the place where timeless wisdom meets modern masculinity. If this is your first time here, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and join a growing community of men who embrace logic, emotional strength, and self-mastery in their relationships. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself wondering, does she actually like me? Not because of something obvious like her saying it outright, but because of the way she interacts with you. The way she greets you. The way her body language shifts when you're around. See, most men focus too much on what women say. But Stoic men, we focus on what they do. The way a woman greets you holds hidden messages. It's not just a polite hey or a casual wave. It's a subtle signal, a glimpse into her feelings toward you. And if you understand these signals, you'll never again waste time on the wrong women. You'll never be misled by mixed signals. And most importantly, you'll move through relationships with the confidence of a man. A man who sees things clearly. Now, think about this. Have you ever been greeted by a woman in a way that made you pause? Maybe her smile lingered just a second longer than usual. Or maybe she playfully teased you instead of just saying hello. At the time, you might have brushed it off as nothing. But what if that greeting meant more than you realized? That's exactly what we're going to break down today. We'll go over 5 ways a woman greets you when she really likes you. And we'll analyze them through the lens of Stoicism. So you won't just recognize them. You'll understand how to respond like a Stoic man. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to read these signals so you can act with clarity, strength, and purpose, instead of overanalyzing or second-guessing yourself. And before we jump in, I want to hear from you. Have you ever received a greeting from a woman that made you stop and think, wait, does she like me? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your experience. Alright, let's get into it. 1. The warm, genuine smile. One of the most universal, yet misunderstood signs that a woman is truly into you is her smile. Now you might be thinking, that's obvious. Women smile all the time. And you'd be right. But here's the problem. Most men don't know how to differentiate a polite smile from a genuine, attraction-based smile. Some men overanalyze every little grin, thinking it means something deep. Others ignore the signals completely, missing out on potential attraction. But a Stoic man, he observes without reacting emotionally. He sees the signs, but he does not seek validation from them. So how do you distinguish between a regular smile and a smile that actually means something? Let's break it down. A polite smile is quick and effortless. It's a social reflex, an automatic response to maintain politeness. But when a woman really likes you, her smile is different. It lingers, it's warmer, and most importantly, it reaches her eyes. Psychologists call this a Duchenne smile, a real, subconscious expression of happiness. What's fascinating is that this type of smile activates specific muscles around the eyes. Muscles that are almost impossible to control voluntarily. In other words, if her whole face lights up when she sees you, her feelings are likely genuine. But don't jump to conclusions just yet. You still need to confirm it with other behavioral cues. So how do you know if her smile is special? Here's what to look for. How long does it last? Quick, fleeting smile is probably just polite. A lingering smile, especially if she looks back at you, is a strong sign of interest. Does she smile at you differently than others? If she smiles at everyone the same way, it doesn't mean much. But if her smile for you is warmer, brighter, and more frequent, you're standing out. Does she struggle to hold back her smile? Sometimes, attraction is so strong that a woman smiles involuntarily when she sees you. If she lights up instantly, even before you speak, that's a major clue. This is where most men go wrong. They see a smile and immediately assume, she likes me. I need to impress her now. But a Stoic man, he doesn't get emotionally attached to a single sign. He doesn't seek validation from her reaction. He simply acknowledges it and stays composed. So, if a woman gives you a warm, lingering smile, here's what you do. Hold your frame. Acknowledge it with a subtle, confident nod. Observe if she follows up with more signs of interest. What you don't do. Don't overreact or get excited. Don't let it boost or damage your self-worth. Because a Stoic man remains grounded whether she smiles or not. A true man of value doesn't let a woman's validation define his confidence. He remains confident whether she's interested or not. Here's something most men don't understand. A woman's smile is just one piece of the puzzle. It's not a confirmation of deep interest. It's not a guarantee of attraction. It's simply a potential indicator. So what's the right mindset? Don't chase validation. Don't assume too much from one signal. Let her reveal consistent interest over time. A woman who is truly interested in you will show you more than just a smile. She will find reasons to be around you, engage in deeper conversations, and invest in getting your attention. And that's what you should really be paying attention to. Because a Stoic man does not react to interest. He evaluates it now. Let's move on to the next sign. 2. She initiates physical contact. You're standing in a dimly lit bar, deep in conversation with a woman you just met, but the energy is flowing effortlessly. Then it happens. She laughs at something you said and lightly places her hand on your forearm. It's a brief touch. Nothing dramatic, but for some reason you notice it. Was that intentional or just an innocent gesture? Most men would either overanalyze this moment, convinced she's deeply interested, or completely ignore it, missing a potential signal of attraction. A Stoic man. He notices it, he acknowledges it, but he does not let it dictate his emotions. Let's break down why physical touch is powerful and how a Stoic man handles it. Why physical touch is a sign of attraction. A woman who's into you will often find ways to close the physical gap between you and her. It's rarely accidental. It's deliberate and instinctive. It could be a soft touch on your arm when she laughs, a playful nudge when you tease her, a slightly longer than usual hug when she greets you. These small gestures may seem casual, but they trigger something deep. The release of oxytocin, a hormone responsible for bonding and emotional connection. And here's the key. Women don't initiate physical touch with just anyone. They are selective. Which means if she's touching you frequently, you're likely in a different category from other men. But before you jump to conclusions, let's talk about context. The Stoic man's approach. Observing without reacting. The emotional man immediately assumes she's interested, gets excited, and starts chasing her. He lets this small interaction control his actions. The Stoic man. He notices the touch, but he does not assume anything. He maintains composure and continues to observe her overall behavior. He knows that one sign alone is not enough. It's the pattern over time that matters. If a woman initiates touch, ask yourself, how often does she do it? Does she only do it with you or with everyone? What's her body language before and after the touch? For example, if she pulls away quickly, she might have done it without thinking. But if she lets her hand linger for a moment or seems flustered afterward, it's a stronger sign that she's aware of the moment and that it meant something to her. Still, a Stoic man never lets a single action dictate his response. He continues to observe. He allows attraction to develop naturally. How to respond like a Stoic man. Most men, when a woman touches them, immediately think, she likes me, I need to do something now. But a Stoic man understands that attraction is not about one moment. It's about consistent effort over time. So here's how to handle it. Stay grounded. Acknowledge the touch, but don't react emotionally. Mirror her energy subtly. If the interaction continues, you can lightly return a touch later, but only if it feels natural. Let her actions confirm her interest. If she's truly drawn to you, she'll continue showing signs beyond just a single touch. Build. Don't let her validation determine your confidence. A Stoic man doesn't chase. He lets things unfold. Because at the end of the day, a woman's touch is only meaningful if she consistently puts in effort to connect with you. Now let's move to the next sign, eye contact. You're sitting across from her at a cafe. The conversation is flowing. 3. She holds eye contact, then you notice something. She's not just listening to your words, she's watching you. Her gaze lingers. She's locked in, fully engaged. For a moment, It's like the entire room disappears. Just you, her, and the silent intensity between you. What does it mean? Most men either panic and break eye contact or read too much into it, thinking she's madly in love with them. A Stoic man. He holds his ground. He doesn't get lost in her gaze, but he also doesn't shy away from it. Because eye contact is a test of confidence, presence, and emotional control. Why eye contact is so powerful. Eye contact is one of the most intimate forms of nonverbal communication. It's not just about seeing someone, it's about feeling their presence. And here's something fascinating. When a woman makes strong eye contact with you, it triggers the release of oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that's released during physical touch. This is why prolonged eye contact creates a deeper connection, even if no words are spoken. But before you jump to conclusions, understand this. Not all eye contact is created equal. Let's break it down. The different types of eye contact. When a woman holds eye contact with you, it could mean, "What a surprise! Never thought I'd see you here." This kind of greeting means two things. One, she's comfortable around you too. She wants to create a unique dynamic between the two of you. It's her way of saying you're not just anyone, you're different. But before you assume too much, you need to understand the context. The emotional man gets too excited, thinking this means she's deeply interested. He responds with too much enthusiasm, trying to impress her. He starts overanalyzing and chasing validation. The Stoic man acknowledges the greeting but remains composed. He observes her consistency. Does she greet him like this every time? He waits for patterns, not just one-time signals. Ask yourself, is she only greeting you this way, or does she do it with others too? Does she tease you more than other guys? Does she seem amused, waiting for your reaction? If she's greeting you this way every time you see her, she's likely trying to create a special dynamic with you. But remember, one playful greeting is not enough to confirm deep attraction. A Stoic man does not get ahead of himself. Most men, when a woman greets them playfully, either get flustered and awkward, overreact and try too hard to be funny. Both are mistakes. A Stoic man understands that attraction is built over time, not in one playful moment. Here's how you respond. Stay grounded. Smile subtly but don't react emotionally. Mirror her energy but don't overdo it. If she says, "Took you long enough," just reply, "Had to make an entrance." Confident, effortless, relaxed. Let her show continued effort. If she's really interested, she'll keep finding ways to engage with you. What you don't do. Don't overthink her greeting and start chasing. Don't force a playful response if it doesn't feel natural. Don't assume she's in love with you just because she greets you differently. A Stoic man knows that interest is proven over time, not in a single interaction. So next time she greets you in a playful way, enjoy the moment, stay composed, and let things unfold naturally. Now let's move on to the next sign. 5. She gets a little nervous or flustered. You're standing across from her. The conversation is light, casual, nothing intense, and yet something feels different. She's playing with her hair, twisting it absent-mindedly between her fingers. She laughs, but it's not just any laugh. It's slightly higher-pitched, a little more nervous than usual. Then, as she responds to something you said, she stumbles over her words, pauses for a moment, and lets out a small, embarrassed laugh. Most men either get too excited, thinking she's completely into them, or they miss the sign entirely, assuming she's just naturally awkward. A Stoic man. He notices, but he does not let it define the moment. He remains present, aware, but composed. He understands that attraction is built over time, not in fleeting emotions. So why does nervousness matter? When a woman likes you, she doesn't always have perfect control over her reactions. Her body language, her words, and her actions can all betray her true emotions, even when she tries to hide them. And that's the key. Nervousness is subconscious. It happens because she's hyper-aware of your presence. She wants to make a good impression, and that pressure makes her a little self-conscious. It's not that she lacks confidence in herself. It's that your presence affects her. This is why it's one of the most genuine, honest signs of attraction. But before you jump to conclusions, let's break down what nervousness actually looks like. A woman who feels a bit nervous around you may fidget with her hands or play with her hair, laugh a little too much at your jokes, even when they're not that funny, stumble over her words or start a sentence, then stop halfway, blush slightly when you compliment her or make direct eye contact. These are unfiltered reactions. But here's the important part. Context matters. Is she only acting this way around you? Is she usually calm with others, but gets flustered with you? Does her nervous energy increase when you compliment her or give her attention? If the answer is yes, you're likely dealing with real attraction. But remember, one moment of nervousness is not enough to assume deep feelings. The Stoic man never rushes to conclusions. The emotional man thinks, "She's nervous, she must love me." He gets overexcited, starts acting differently, and pushes the moment too far, trying to test her nervousness. The Stoic man. He notices her nervousness, but does not immediately assume attraction. He remains calm, composed, and lets attraction unfold naturally. He watches for patterns, over time. Rather than reacting to a single moment, if a woman is consistently flustered around you, then yes, she's likely interested. But the key word here is consistent. Most men, when they notice a woman getting nervous, either get too excited or become overly playful, trying to tease her about it. That's the wrong approach. A Stoic man does not try to amplify her nervousness. He makes the moment easier, smoother, more relaxed. Here's what to do. Stay composed. If she stumbles over her words, don't point it out. Just keep the conversation flowing naturally. Make her feel comfortable. A simple, relaxed smile can ease the tension. Don't test her nervousness. Some men try to make women more flustered just to see how they react. That's not what a Stoic man does. What you don't do. Don't assume too much based on one moment. Don't tease her too hard. Some nervousness is endearing, but making her more uncomfortable is a mistake. Don't get arrogant or change your behavior. Stay yourself. A Stoic man lets things happen naturally. He never chases validation. He lets her show consistent interest, because real attraction isn't just in nervous energy, it's in continued effort over time. So the next time you notice a woman getting a little flustered around you, enjoy the moment, but don't let it control your emotions. Conclusion. So there you have it. 5 subtle yet powerful signs that a woman may be interested in you. From the warm, genuine smile to the playful greeting, from lingering eye contact to subtle physical touches, and even those moments when she gets a little nervous around you. These are all possible signals. But here's what separates a Stoic man from the rest. He doesn't let these signs control his emotions. Because attraction isn't just about picking up signals. It's about understanding patterns, observing without attachment, and moving forward with quiet confidence, no matter the outcome. Most men either overanalyze every detail, convincing themselves that a woman is in love with them after one small interaction, or they miss the signals completely, blind to the subtle ways women express interest. But a Stoic man, he recognizes the signs, but never assumes too soon. He does not seek validation. His self-worth is not dependent on her response. He understands that attraction is revealed through consistency, not a single moment. So the next time you notice one of these signs, don't overthink it. Simply observe. Stay present. Let things unfold naturally. If she's genuinely interested, she will continue to show it over time. If not, then nothing changes. You remain centered, unshaken, and in control. That is the essence of the Stoic approach to attraction. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed these signs in someone before? Or maybe you've experienced a situation where you weren't sure if a woman was interested. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others who could benefit from a Stoic approach to relationships. Because true confidence isn't about knowing how to impress women. It's about knowing who you are, standing firm in that identity, and letting attraction reveal itself naturally. Stay strong. Stay centered. And I'll see you in the next video.